do want to share with you, we are partnering with Hungry Harvest. So if you haven't visited them yet, take a look. And we have a special code where you can submit this and get a 20% off the smallest box is $15 and largest I think goes up to $30. You get to choose all the veggies that you want for that little, for $15, delivered to your door on the weekends. The other thing I want to tell you about is adding fiber to your meals. So today I got some farro, a very delicious and nutritious ancient green that a lot of us have forgotten about. It's very affordable. It's like, I don't know, $2 at Trader Joe's. And this and barley are super nutritious, filled with fiber. Yes, you could probably lose a lot of weight by consuming these grains because they just go right through you. They make you feel full, which is the big benefit, is that they make you feel full. And, well, a lot of fiber and protein. So that's why it's so important to include all these delicious, beautiful grains into your meals as much as possible. So for example, you could just add barley into your average chicken soup and just add fiber and protein that way, extra nutrients. But today we're gonna get started. Cut up some carrots. I'm gonna do like 4. I'm gonna cut my onion and celery because I think that we don't always need beef stock because essentially beef stock is onion and celery. I'm just cutting the carrots very small. These will probably go later at the end because they do cook quickly since they're already soft and small pieces. I'm sure a lot of you have made beef stew, or if you haven't, well, it's not that difficult. It's pretty easy, it's fast, considering it's like it'll take to cook about 40 minutes or so. I'm gonna cut up my beautiful celery here. And celery, for those of you who don't know the benefit of celery is that it's actually a liver cleanser and blood cleanser. So it's very, very beneficial if you have either diabetes or liver disease. Celery and parsley is your best friend for liver cleanser, as well as lemon. If you want to make that into a juice, that's medicine. Anyhow, so the other benefit of celery is eczema. Does anyone here have eczema or have suffered of any of that? Celery is also very beneficial for the skin. Like I said, it's a cleanser for the liver, which is why it's very beneficial. So we'll be done with that. Next is our onion, and then we're ready to cook. And of course, onion is also a big, big healthy item for many things, but including our immunity. It's actually very beneficial for increasing immunity as well as garlic. In case you didn't know that, if you're ever sick or feeling like you're getting a cold, eat a piece of garlic on an empty stomach. It is nature's antibiotic for everything and anything, any infection of any sort. Of course, might hurt your stomach a little, but you will be healed from your other infection. And now I'm gonna start to cook this. Get my oil. And you want to cook with grapeseed oil because grapeseed oil has a high boiling point, which means it doesn't burn. We don't want burned oil. So it's better than olive oil. I'm also gonna add salt, our pink Himalayan salt, which is very healthy in minerals. And I'm gonna add just a little dash of cinnamon, little trick for that. And then I have this for beef bouillon, just to add a little flavor instead of broth. So you could use beef broth, water, whichever you prefer. I'm gonna use a little bit of beef flavored bouillon. So I'm going to brown our meat first. You want to make sure that you get these colorful potatoes, the purple, the reds. I don't know if you can see all these beautiful colors with purple and red here. But the reason you want to get colorful potatoes is because they are rich in fiber. You want to focus on eating more fiber, less simple carbs. So usually the bigger white potatoes are more of a starch, a simple carb. These have a lot more fiber, which we want for our digestive and for our overall health and weight loss. So get some of those. I believe, or I think most of you know, protein goes a long way when it comes to feeling fulfilled, feeling satiated. It also helps us to get our nutrients. We all need our protein. Pick and choose whatever it is that you enjoy. It can be chicken, fish, eggs. These are all great. Pork is good as well. You just don't want to overdo it, eating it every day, because it is high in cholesterol, especially bacon. Don't feel guilty if you're eating meat a couple times a week. That's actually pretty healthy. Just change it up, Don't eat the same protein every day. It's good to switch it up every day when it comes to that. Parsley. We love parsley. Yeah, remember how good this is for our skin, for those women who, either if you have a condition or if you just want to have clearer skin, a parsley juice is actually great medicine for that too. A great treatment. I'm not going to overcook it. I actually probably don't want to cook it all the way because we're going to continue cooking it with a stew. The surprise I have for you today is dessert. So I'm going to show you how to make a healthy ice cream. It's a healthy ice cream substitute. Instead of having and using dairy and a ton of sugar, instead of doing that, we're going to use bananas. So I froze a few bananas earlier, and that is going to be the base for our ice cream. So I'm also going to be sharing the recipe for that later. But it's really something fun you can play with, because you can add chocolate. You can all add raw cacao powder. You can also add chocolate chips. You can also add peanut butter. You could add anything that you like, even frozen strawberries as well. I'm going to be using the bananas and some dark chocolate powder today. I'm going to take care of open up our farro here and get that cooking ASAP, because that's probably going to take the longest, is our farro. Looks like barley. Same. And it already smells delicious. I wish you could smell this aroma. The beautiful thing about making a stew is that you can make a large quantity. And that's why it's taken this long, because I'm using a big pot. I'm making a large quantity to last for days and to share with my family. So this is the beautiful thing. You also want to keep in mind that other things that function in this way for meal planning are soups and chilies. They go a long way, and they last about up to 4 days in the refrigerator, or even longer in the freezer. So these are meal ideas that are great for meal planning. If you don't have time to cook, if you don't have an hour to make this, just pick one day to cook. That's all you need. 1 day, 1 hour. Meal planning requires that, just 1 day. Food will last you about 4 days in the fridge, or even longer in the freezer if you prefer. But there are meals that do last longer. You could even make a large pot of brown or wild rice to pair with your protein and vegetable selection. And that in itself is so easy to then just put together the day of, or add a salad the day of. Meal planning is a great way if you're looking to lose weight or avoid eating simple carbs or avoid eating fast food and junk food. This way you don't have to think about all the junk food options that day, and you have your healthy meal already prepared. So let's check on this. Maybe I should start making our desserts or leave that for a few minutes. I'm going to be using this great tool that I found. It is a Cuisinart, sort of like a food processor. So it comes in a few parts. Brings this food processor piece, and it also brings a submersion blender. So it's like, this is a double tool, great for the kitchen. So great if you love to make soups. A submersion blender is essential. And the great thing about a food processor is that it blends dry things. So you don't need any liquid, unlike a blender, a regular regular blender only, requires liquid or water. So this does not. So that's why it's better for ice cream making, because you don't need water. I think we're all guilty of it. So why not create a healthy version that doesn't feel, make us feel guilty for eating all that sugar? So bananas. I'm gonna get my frozen bananas. Frozen bananas. So this is so simple, guys. So simple to make your own ice cream. Food processor, frozen bananas. If you don't like bananas, you can use almond milk, coconut milk as a substitute that is healthy and not full of sugar. You want to add some sweetener with fruit, so it's more like a sorbet. You can add strawberries or other grapefruits that you like blueberries. That works as well. Peaches, if you want to make a peach flavored ice cream. So that is the secret. You want to add fruit instead of white sugar. Please replace your white sugar with fruit or raw brown sugar. So I'm going to add our cocoa or cacao powder later. Let's first blend this. That's natural, sugarless ice cream. Look at that. It's just creamy, just like ice cream.